Got some hurricane force winds out here today, and just heard that there's wouldn't you know it, another wildfire started up in Estes, so I thought I'd go check it out. Got nothing else going on up here in the winter time, you know. So yeah, there's a forest fire in Estes once again. I thought it had been getting pretty dry. I just watered some of the trees yesterday because we've had these just non-stop high wind gusts, really dry air for over a week now, a couple weeks now, and I had a hunch things were kind of drying out and we haven't had any moisture, you know, no serious snowfall this year. And it's already, you know, mid-November, so wouldn't you know it, another forest, or a wildfire they call it, started up in Estes, and it's right around Peaceful Valley. Could be wrong, but I think it's called Peaceful Valley. There's an old church back in there. There's a lot of huge homes. I think who was it? Some famous actor, somebody like. I think he was actually a musician. Now I'm gonna forget. Anyway, some famous musician lives back in there, or had a home back in there. I knew back when we used to do industrial house cleaning back there. In any case, 36 is closed off. Highway 7 apparently would probably be closed off by now. So I'm gonna try to see how close I can get. Within reason, of course. You know, I'm always chasing the flame within reason. And now, from the sounds of it, I talked to my bank, actually, bank teller, and she said it's kind of like business as usual in Estes. Everybody's going about their daily lives. I guess it pushed on east, according to her. It burned right next to her house, I guess. Burned right up the hillside. And just kept on pushing east, probably towards Highway 36. Big Elk Meadows is over there on the other side of the ridge. In any case, I'm going to head out, see what I can find. If I can get any epic footage, you know, it kind of brings back memories. I think it was only a year ago, right? The Cameron Peak, Troublesome Fire Apocalypse series. So it's kind of a little nostalgia, I guess. Seems it doesn't matter anymore. It's just any time of the year we can have these flare-ups. It's Derek, the diesel van guy, camper van, Colorado camper van guy. He's a part of the local voluntary fire department. I don't know if that's why he's headed home from work. In any case, yeah, I'm just the citizen journalist here, so I'm just gonna try to capture and contain things with my camera, see if it works out. I'm just curious. I've always been curious. If there's a big event, especially a natural disaster, I've always been one to just kind of like want to get out there and embrace the elements, you know? Up to an extent. I don't want to get that close to the fire. Anyway, we'll see how it goes. I'll get back with you. See ya. Got some twigs in the road here. Branch is breaking off. We got some high winds up here. Flags tearing apart. I just caught a smidgen of the news before I headed out today, and I think they were saying there'd be gusts of 45 to I think as high as 50 miles per hour today, and it's been pretty intense. I mean, just the anxiety, you know, that you feel when there's just constant wind lashing at you, beating you down, trying to take your feet from out from underneath you. It's just the psychology of these high mountain winds, man, in the wintertime. Definitely does a number to your psyche after a while. You can see how heard the stories of the women that were left out in the plains in Wyoming just go mad, you know, over the constant sound of the wind and just being out there all by themselves, all alone in their little homesteads, probably very horribly insulated, you know, creaky old wooden shacks that they're trying to survive in. And man, out in those Wyoming plains, it's not too much different. It's probably even a little worse at times. Just the constant barrage of the wind just never letting up. I mean, you can't even you know, like we do, as we do sometimes, stay in a trailer. Yeah, it's like you're at a ship out at sea or something, and you'll get these little microbursts, and it'll almost like give you a whiplash, it feels like, because the whole side of the trailer would just go whoosh and just rock you, and it's random, so it's hard to sleep to, because it's just like, it's not like a little baby in a cradle. No, it's like a right when you start to fall asleep, you get whacked upside the head. Anyway, so it's pretty bad out here today. I can see how these fires could be pretty dangerous for any firefighters trying to fight these blazes. And yeah, send up some prayers. Hope everybody's safe. You know, I'm sure they only take necessary risks. Like they said on that Rittenhouse trial recently, you know, life is more valuable than property. So life is more valuable than property. So, you know, hopefully there's no firefighters out there risking their lives just to save a couple $1 million+ homes, you know. That's what insurance for, I guess. Anyway, let's see what happens. Here's Estes Park Valley. There it looks like the wildfire. Well, it looks like we have quite a bit of smoke coming off the edge of the hill there. But you know how I do. I gotta get even closer. I'm gonna do what I do and see how close I can get. Within reason, of course, right? You don't want to get in the way of any of the firefighters or anything like that. I'll try to get as close as I can within reason. See what kind of destruction is going on up in them there hills. Thought this was a pretty good angle. Meanwhile, the mountains up here are absolutely beautiful, so I thought I'd just share that with everybody. All the up there in the divide, all the high peaks are just covered with this pristine dusting of pure white snow. So let's take a look. Ugh. Easier said than done, I guess. Camera just getting blown all over out there. Hopefully it's not too shaky for you. I'm gonna see how close I can get to these fires, because where there's smoke, there's fire. I know that much. All right, let's go. That old rugged flag is under threat more than ever before. It's time we protect her, not just the symbol, but all that flag stands for. Those principles of liberty, freedom, individual rights above all else, and a government that's designed to protect those rights. And whenever a government is destructive of those aims to protect the rights of its own citizens, it's the right of the citizens to abolish that government. Looks like we got ourselves another roadblock. It's Highway 36. Guess I want to go in that way. Look at this guy. Look at these guys. Just walked on up. You guys are a little too friendly. Just a little too friendly. You like to reach out and grab them. That's how close they are. You're gonna get ran over. This is a parking lot. Crazy little quackers. Wow. Estes Park ducks for you. What do you guys want? Some of that good stuff, like the bread, crackers. You're sick of straining swamp scum. These guys are too cute. Little pets. See what happens if I get out the car. What are you gonna do? Just gonna stand there? You gonna let me pet you? Gonna let me pet you? You guys are way too tame. Way too tame. What are you doing? How easy it would be for me to grab you right now. Watch this. Hey, what if I had something in my hand? You'll eat it right out of my hand, won't you? Won't you? He's like, I don't see nothing. Look how close these quackers are getting to me right now. This little guy. He's like, I don't know what that is. I think he sees my dead cat on my camera. You guys are crazy. You see the routine is they just walk up to the car window and you drop stuff out. I think that's how it goes. Maybe next time, guys. I'll try to bring something for you. Alright, back to the mission at hand. Watch this, they want to follow me. Literally following my car. That is crazy. And we're some crazy quackers. Only in Estes Park, man. Only in Estes Park. Between the elk, the deer, and I guess evidently the wild ducks. Not very wild, are they? I could literally feed them by hand if I would have had some. I failed there. I failed. Doing good for the show, right? Alright, I'm gonna head down this way. See how close. I can get. I don't know. It's really hard to see from this angle from the Estes Park Valley. And if they have Highway 36, which is just ahead of me, and if they have Highway 7, which is just up there, which would be perfect to overlook the fire if there's anything visible. If both those roads are closed, there's not really too many options to get a good view at this thing. I mean, all I can see is some smoldering over the hillside there, over this mountain range, and it's not that dramatic, so I don't know. I'll drive around a bit more and see what I can see. Otherwise, I'll probably just head back to the Nightwatch studios, do what I do. There's the barricades, not barricades, but roadblock. I guess they do have kind of makeshift barricades set up. And I think I'll just take a right on Fish Creek. Let me go that way. And I don't know if I'll see much down here though. I'm way down here in the valley, and the fire's way up here. As you can see, a little bit of that little peak that I was looking at earlier. All you can see is kind of some of the smoke coming off the top there. And unless I get a higher perspective, and I can't go up 36 where I was hoping to be able to go, where there's Pole Hill and all that. That's where I was before, during the Cameron Peak fire, when it's just over Estes as well. And yeah, I did some filming up there for that series last year, Troublesome Fire Apocalypse series. And that was a really good vantage point, and I thought it would be for this one too, but apparently you can't go up that way. So that's kind of a bummer for my goal here as a citizen journalist, I'm calling myself today. Yeah, I don't know if I'll see too much down here. I'm not sure if you can see where the fire went through just earlier, just up the road ahead here, because I remember looking at those pictures of the flames going up the hillside. It should have been just down here on the road ahead of me, so I'll see what it looks like in just a minute. Just right here real quick. What was that noise? My helicopters. Nice. Already got the choppers. definitely smoking them there hills. Get a little whiff now and then. But yeah, the predominant winds right now are blowing, thankfully for Estes, I guess, east, straight towards the valley. You can still see some smoldering going on there. So it's not over yet, that's for sure, because any of those little spot fires could start up, especially with these high winds right now. And if there's a dramatic shift in the wind direction, it could easily come back towards Estes Valley here. You can hear they already got choppers. I haven't seen any drop water yet. They're up there. He's doing, probably just scouting. So I'm on Fish Creek Road right now. This is so far as close as I've been able to get. So from the accounts that I heard firsthand from one lady, yeah, it burned up the hillside here, and up and over that ridge, and, pretty quickly, before they even had time to evacuate. So it's kind of gone up over that ridge and towards, that's why Highway 36 is closed off. Not sure really why 7's closed off, other than to err on the side of safety, keep people from going up there. Drive up the road a little ways and see what else I can see. This is the best view of the mountainside where the fire started, I think. It's the best view that I've seen yet. We just got this chopper kind of scouting, I think. That's all he's doing. Keeping an eye on the area, make sure there's no fires that start up. Just a fire truck went by. Another fire truck just went by. Yeah, you can still see some down there on the far right, some trees that are smoldering. it appears as if they got this road up here ahead blocked. I figured they probably would because that's where the fire basically went. That's that area that I was talking about where there's really high-end homes and that old church. Yeah. Friendly police officer. Yeah, I figured they wouldn't let me in there because, you know, I'm just some Joe Blow. But there is some interesting views of the burned hillside down here. I might try to get an angle, pull out the telephoto lens again. Yeah, I can see some of the burn areas right here, actually. If I could get like a little closer, man. That's all I'm saying. There's a lot of vehicles up here. Yeah. A lot of activity going on. Chopper's still flying around. Interesting. Staging area. Alright. A lot of smoke up there still from the looks of it. A lot of smoke. So I'll just head up the hill here a little ways and see if there's a better angle to view the burn area. Otherwise, I don't know if I'll be able to get too much closer up this canyon. Yeah, probably not. Looks like all I'll see today is a lot of smoke. I don't know. Some charred trees. Freshly charred trees, of course. Alright, so here's a good view. I'm up in my own rambling drive. And something else I can't see up in the neighborhood here above where this fire began. Looks like the burn area ahead of me here. It looks like it leapt up and over this hill, over this ridge here. Yeah, still a lot of smoldering going on. Probably got a little too close for comfort for a lot of these property owners. And yeah, thankfully it looks like, you know, it's pretty well put out. I mean, other than a lot of smoldering right now. At least on this side of the mountain. I don't know what's going on the other side of the mountain. It's really hard to tell. There's a little bit of, I mean, all it takes, it seems, is some pretty high winds to whip things up again. Alright, I got my 250 millimeter. Let's see how close I can zoom in for y'all. And the hard part is to keep it steady, of course. Really dramatic mountains up there. Probably not the easiest to get access to the fire spot burn areas. Pretty rugged looking. Other than the fires, the birds are still actively chirping away, enjoying this mild winter, I suspect. All those squeaks, there's some car that keeps driving by. Sounds like a real mountain car there. Or if he's from Storm Mountain. See a whole lot of smoke. I don't see any flames. If there are flames, probably down in this region here. It's quite a bit of smoke puffing up from that area. Unless I'm missing something, I'll find later on the video. There could be some real faint flame tips in this area. Of course, it'd be a lot more dramatic at night, but assuming it's still burning. Yeah, it's not the sight you want to look out your window and see first thing in the morning living up here in the mountains. Whole mountainside cloaked in smoke like that. Or worse yet, flames. But I don't know if the winds helped in this situation, because yeah, from all accounts that I've heard, it went up over that ridge pretty quickly. So, and I don't really even see, maybe in this area, definitely looks like some charred trees in there. Yeah, a lot of those trees don't look like they've even been touched, so. I guess thankfully didn't stick around too long. I don't know what's going on, like I said, on the other side of this ridge, but so far so good on this side. I don't think any of those homes were burnt. I could be wrong. Could have even been what started the fire, I'm not sure. But I've heard no reports of structures being burned yet. And of course, no idea what actually started the fire. Because you never know these days, right? All the fires that were started last year. case you're wondering, that's not a mountain lion, that is somebody's little yappy mutt. If it were a mountain lion, it'd probably be an injured mountain lion. On the edge of death, probably. So again, I'm seeing a whole lot of smoke. I'm just not seeing much flames left anymore. Which is good news, I guess, right? You know, I might be attracted to the natural disasters, but it's not that I take delight in destruction. It might be a sick part of my brain that does, but you know, you try to value things like people's lives, properties above your sick desire for entertainment, I guess. Shock and awe factor. Yeah, it's still pretty dramatic looking. See all that smoke coming off the mountain there. I'm glad I came up. I have one stop to make. Do something actually productive other than this, of course, while I'm up in town here. So I might run and do that, and then just kind of take a peek back and see what's going on. It's maybe as close as I get to the fire. I am kind of exhausted. All my options here. I don't really see where else I can go. You can't exactly just drive up and over this mountain range, so, and if they have 36 blocked, I can't, you know, get up on Pole Hill and take a look down the canyon, see what's going on from that direction. So yeah, I'm kind of out of options, I think. You can see as far down as here, that burned grass. There's some it's like a fire truck. I can't see too well on my screen, but yeah, you can see where the grass was burned pretty low. So I'm thinking it was probably, just my guess, maybe even a vacationer. I don't know, you know, somebody had a fire. Look at this little bit of smoke right here. You know, somebody was having little s'mores and a little campfire. Got out of control. I don't know, I'm just speculating. There have been fires up at our place though that were started just from Airbnb people because they don't really understand the fire risk up there, and they come from out of state, you know, maybe a more lush, damp climate, and they're a little more reckless with fires. And yeah, one of them almost got out of hand. And I think that same thing happened. It was like a campfire from some renters, just a vacation rental. Looks like the side of the mountain there, all that rock is kind of charred. Unless I'm just seeing shadows. That could be partly shadows. because otherwise, yeah, there would be some pretty high flames. Anyway, here I'm just staring at smoke, so I'm gonna cruise back down into Estes Park and get a few things done. Again, you can see that they're working on things. A couple emergency vehicles down there, and there's a lot more down the road. You can't see them from here, but still looks like they jumped on things pretty quickly, and that's what they're supposed to do. That's their job, right? All right. God bless him, I tell you. I'm gonna head back into town, and yeah, that's that. Maybe I'll come up with something else to say on the way home. All right. We'll see ya. Adios. Nice little neighborhood though, isn't it? Thankfully it didn't spread this way. That would have been pretty catastrophic property loss. You can see more now of the emergency vehicles down below doing their thing. Looks like they got that perimeter, the grass fire area there. Yeah, it's quite a fire. But thankfully it just headed straight uphill and didn't push back this way. There's a lot of pretty expensive homes around here. This property is pretty prime real estate here in Estes Park. I mean, I remember back like 10 years ago, you could pay almost $500,000 for half an acre in Estes Park. There's a local Fox News on the scene. So I guess I'm on Rambling Road. So yeah, looks like these guys got it all under control. I guess I can go home now. Rest assured. Got plenty of emergency vehicles. Volunteer, police, you know, big time firefighter dudes. So that's good. Looks like it's pretty minimal, you know. I saw the, before I headed up here, of course, you see all the most dramatic pictures of the fire just when it started up. And apparently it didn't last too long because and I got the sun on my back here. Try to drive safely and film at the same time. Yeah, thankfully it spread really quick. It went up and over that ridge, and I don't know, I have no idea where it's at right now though, what it's doing. I know that there's quite a bit of just national forest back in there. I'm pretty sure off the top of my head I can't think of too many homes, you know, depending on where the wind blows. You know, the closer you get to the highway, of course. 36 or 7 up there, you know, you're going to run into more residential areas. And again, Estes Park, you got deer crossing the road. All these guys. Looks like Excel Energy. Yeah, deer crossing the road, the uplands. That's where I'm at right now, I guess. But yeah, so I guess that's all that's happening here today in Estes Park. Just another day, a ho-hum day in Estes, like they always say. Another ho-hum day in Paradise Estes Park. Yeah, well, no place is safe on this earth, no matter how close to paradise it may seem. You never know lately, like, something can come out of nowhere and blindside you, you know, just when you start getting a little too comfortable. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see if I'll find anything else up the road. This is like a staging area right here for all the firefighters, it looks like, or some of the equipment. I'll leave you with that. Yeah, they got plenty of gear, looks like. Plenty of personnel on hand, so that's good. Well, that training paid off, I guess. Alright, we'll see you. Ace is the place. Oops. What the helpful hardware, guys. It's funny, like certain areas or certain stores, you know, they'll put up the stupid mask Nazi sign, no entrance without a mask and all that. But you know, if you're pretty well sure if you walk into like a hardware store, they're not gonna mess with you. And that's what happened there. Even though I'm up here in retirement community, you know, ground zero, I guess, for Larimer County's stupid mask mandates, and how Emperor Polis and his what is it, the any indoor venue over 500 people has to be all vaccinated now. You know, the executive orders still acting like we're in a state of emergency. But yeah, you walk in there. It helps if you got some, you know, like camouflage. You're wearing army green colors. They're not gonna mess with you. They're not gonna even ask. That's what's funny. I think it really depends on the mindset of the places that you shop at. You know, how really serious they're gonna take all these pointless, meaningless, just everybody knows by now is just completely BS mandates. And all it is just more and more nudging, trying to get every man, woman, and child vaccinated. And you know, if we just keep complying and acting like scared little muzzled sheep and not putting up any fight whatsoever, just going along, just continue the fear climate, you know, just continue groveling to authority, completely lawless authority, by the way. It's because you have a governor that thinks that he can, you know, pass executive orders and just make up mandates, you know, on a whim. Doesn't mean that it's lawful at all in the slightest. And I, for one, am sick and tired of it, and it's never gonna end unless we the people say it ends. You think these tyrants, once they get their foot in the door, once they just start getting comfy with all that newfound power that they've stumbled on, you think they're just gonna give it up? No. It's in their nature. I mean, the people that climb into positions of power, that are driven solely by that lust for power, for privilege, for, you know, wealth and esteem of their fellow man, basically worship. They all want to be worshipped. They all want to be their little gods and worshipped like little saviors, you know, little heroes. And they're childlike and they're pathetic. And what's even more pathetic is that we allow ourselves to be ruled over by these childlike little bully tyrants. And it's time to put an end to it. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, you knew if you know my show at all, I had to get that out. Mask free. I went another day mask free, despite all the other people out there playing make believe. Like, we're in some serious situation here, guys. I mean, people are dropping left and right. The only people I hear dropping are the ones that were already supposedly immunized. Strange, isn't it? Really, really strange. Anyway, thanks everybody for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. And when you do, or if you're already subscribed, go back and hit that little notification bell, because that really helps, because YouTube is doing its damnedest to just stick my videos that I pour endless hours into, by the way, creating all these nifty little effects and whatnot. YouTube does its best to stick my content on a dark corner, in an old bookshelf in a library. That's, you have to wear a mask just to walk into the front door, or be vaccinated. And yeah, they want to stick my videos in a dark corner to collect dust. Unless, people, my viewers put forth the effort to actually go seek out and see what my latest content is. So yeah, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe, share, like, that all helps too. And I'll keep them coming, despite the fact that some days I feel like I'm a hamster on a wheel, about 3,000 feet underwater, drowning and trying to spin my way out of my circumstances. I got a little diver's helmet on, so at least my head doesn't get crushed from the weight, but the depth of the water. I'm just rambling. Thanks everybody for watching. God bless. I made it up. We saw some smoke. Where there's smoke, there's fire. I didn't see much fire, but oh well, maybe next time. It's probably not before too much longer, and we'll get another fire, I'm sure, coming through. Brought back memories though, so that was kind of fun. If you haven't seen my series, The Troublesome Fire Apocalypse, it was a pretty good time. I think it's probably like 24 or 25 parts. It's lengthy, but if you see anything that looks interesting, go check it out. It's been about a year now, just over a year. We were evacuated for 3 weeks, and I had a heck of a time just trying to document everything that we went through, and pretty well ended with the entire Estes Park Valley that I'm just driving down from, being evacuated. So that was interesting. Yeah, fun times. Anyway, thanks everybody for watching, and I'll talk to you later. All right, we'll see you.